Some say you were lucky. Some say you were born for a purpose. But you are fortunate. You are blessed. But the truth is, you had no choice in deciding when, where, and to whom you were born. Family, friends, faith, teachers, and a safe community. These have helped you become who you are today. Now imagine another scenario for you. You are still you, but all the advantages are gone. Your home is headed by a single, struggling parent. Home is someone else's couch, a car, or life on the street. You're no stranger to hunger, violence, or the free flow of drugs and alcohol. You struggle in school, and higher education looks unlikely.
Many of the families who come to KCR have experienced happier times, a quality home, a happy family, until a crisis hits, a job loss, a sudden illness, or the collapse of a business. And then there are families that come to KCR who have experienced a lifetime of having the cards stacked against them. They've never had the stability of a good home or family. They lack a quality education. Quite simply, they lack the resources or the ability to pull themselves up.
Each year, more than 17,000 Kitsap residents come through our doors at Kitsap Community Resources. They come to us when they're looking for work and are ill-prepared to compete in the job market. They come to KCR when the power has been cut off or the homes are poorly insulated. And they come to us when they and their children are living on the streets or the cars and have no place to call home.
Families come to the Women, Infants, and Children Nutrition Program because they're new as a family and need nutrition information. They're able to see their children try new vegetables, try new foods that are fun and exciting that are also healthy. We're able to help them be successful breastfeeding, and we're able to help their kids maybe even be more active throughout the day.
Families come to Kitsap Community Resources Early Learning and Family Services for a variety of reasons. They're seeking preschool services for their children ages 3 to 5. They're looking for home visitation or early care services for infants and toddlers. And they're looking for resources within the community which can be found throughout KCR.
My expected daughter and I were at risk. I was living in my car. I was scared. I didn't know where to turn. And I thought that I was going to be alone. I'll never forget the woman that was at the front desk of the WIC office. I walked in and I said, I don't know what to do. I'm pregnant. I don't know anything about being a mom, and I'm worried. And she said, don't worry, you're going to be a great mom. I was put into emergency housing, and from there, the housing team was able to help me secure permanent housing. To go from being scared and alone and unsure of what options are available, to knowing that you have a place that you can lock the door and feel safe is such a relief. I was able to say with confidence that I could bring my daughter home and not worry about where we were going to be or what we were going to eat or what we were going to do.
Every day at Kitsap Community Resources, individuals and families come to us in crisis. Whether they're facing homelessness that night, whether they've been battling homelessness for many weeks or months, or perhaps they just need help paying the rent at the end of the month. They come to Kitsap Community Resources because we're the key place in our community for people to turn to when they're facing a housing crisis.
When we go into our participants' homes, we commonly find that the houses are uninsulated. They have health and safety issues, mold, maybe lead-based paint, rotted stairs. Our certified energy auditors will do a full assessment of the home. Typically we see a reduction in their heating bills of 15 to 30% and sometimes even more than that.
My household was really going into the turmoil effect because of the recession. My health was deteriorating. Stress levels were really high. I was trying to figure out ways to get employment, going out, pounding the pavement, and not getting anywhere. We were behind on electricity, we were behind. Rent was almost impossible to come up with, and then we had to figure out how to put food in the house. When you get to a point where you think that you're never going to get out of this hole, you're never going to get out of this rut, there's nothing there, so you start losing hope. I became aware of the Veterans Assistance Program through KCR, through a good friend of mine. I ended up meeting a counselor by the name of Gary. Meeting him was a turning point for my family's life and my life also. Gary introduced me to agencies such as DSHS. He provided me with food assistance through the food banks locally. And he also provided me with information to go and get myself back into school and also employment opportunities.
Before coming to Kitsap Community Resources, my life was in chaos. I was dealing with drug addiction, an abusive relationship. My parental rights were terminated. I was at one of the lowest points in my life. I entered through Kitsap Community Resources Emergency Housing Program. That gave me the stability to focus on other areas of my life, which was regaining the custody of my children and focusing on my schooling. They provided financial classes that I was able to get into, which helped me to subsequently get this house that I'm working on right now.
Here at Kitsap Community Resources, people are coming into the Employment and Training Department first and foremost because they're looking for a job. They may be completely distraught because they just lost their job that day. We have a variety of resources to help people get back to work. We have pre-vocational classes, we have financial education resources, we have a program to help people get started on their own business, and first and foremost, we help people with self-confidence and give them the tools that they need to get back to work.
All the AmeriCorps members work in programs and meet unmet community needs. The work that they do out in the community would not be possible if it wasn't for the AmeriCorps members. The AmeriCorps members also perform monthly community service projects. Some of our past projects have included painting community centers, doing hygiene product drives for homeless individuals, park restoration, and trail maintenance.
Kitsap Community Resources provides a safety net of services that bring program participants out of crisis and helps create positive life changes.
Today, I am clean 7 years. I'm building a house. I've graduated my bachelor's degree, and I am working at a prominent treatment center here in Kitsap County dealing with chemical dependency.
My family has been truly blessed because of us going through KCR. When nobody was there, KCR was.
Through my involvement with Kitsap Community Resources, I've made goals and met them. I was a part of a Head Start Policy Council. I'm now a part of the KCR's Board of Directors. And through that growth, I can now be a resource for others.
From the day you were born, you were unique, and you have been shaped and empowered by friends, family, community, and your own struggles along the way for a purpose. Won't you partner with us as we reach out to our neighbors in Kitsap who still struggle? Creating hope, providing resources, promoting self-sufficiency. We are Kitsap Community Resources.